Hello. It's a bit of a sombre day on the old transforming homestead. Into it immediately. Into it immediately. Yeah. So I had a holiday from work. A wee cheeky Monday off. Eh? A height difference in what? Yeah? I'm sure we'll see it properly once we get it all out. Cheeky wee Monday off. Was planning a wee extra sleep, sleep till 9 or something, instead of getting up at 7. And I get woken up with Natasha. So, come quick, I think the sheep is dying. True enough, it was dying. Ran out and checked it, and it was lying on the ground. It was diarrhea all over the place, and it was really struggling to breathe. It had brown vomit coming out of its mouth as well. And literally while we stood there, it died. Yeah, just there and then. So we were a bit worried. We've no long got the number for a vet. So we called it the sort of farm vet, and he said he'll be there. This was at like 7 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I'll be there some point after 10. So we're lying with this dead sheep. No idea what to do with it. So we just sort of shut up the stable so the other ones couldn't get in case it was infectious or whatever. So he arrives and he starts having a poke about, and he's asking, what we're feeding it, how they're eating, how the others are, and he basically said that it looks like it's ate too much. So I never realised, and news to me, that sheep shouldn't eat lots of wet leaves. But essentially what he said is what we were feeding. We showed all the food. What we're feeding it is fine. He's like, they've got water, they've got food, they're good, food that's good for them. It's all good. He's like, maybe it was just, it wasn't a healthy one. But its tummy is definitely all swollen up, which happens if they eat far too much of wet stuff, or stuff they're not supposed to. So it poisoned itself by being a big fatty and eating too much. So now the other two are hiding. They don't want to go back in the stables. They seem sad, but apparently sheep are more intelligent than dogs, so I could see why they would be upset seeing their sister die. And if it was up half the night with problems, then maybe they never got a good sleep last night. And I says to the guy, we've sorted it, they don't need vaccinated or anything just now. That gets done in the spring. It's a weird thing. He's like, make sure you give them some yeast, wet yeast, every day. So the stuff you buy at the supermarket and make like cakes and stuff with. Yeah, give them some yeast. Okay. Or no, cakes, bread and pastries. So we're like, okay. This is what do we do with the body? He says, oh, you get a big garden, just find a place and bury it. What? Do you realise how big the sheep is? And he's like, you need to dig down about, I don't know, probably 60 centimetres. No, not 60 centimetres, sorry. about 1.5 meters. He's like, just dig down that and bury it. So I've spent the afternoon digging a giant hole and burying my black sheep, which is very, very sad. It's kind of heartbreaking. Hole is dug, sheep is buried, and you know, at least its body will go to use, and that's terrible, but it'll decompose and it'll be good for the soil when it releases all its stuff. So Natasha's in the process of building our compost pile on top of the sheep that I've buried, and two, it means it's good because it means the dogs won't be able to get in and dig it up. And knowing Moody, first time you leave Moody alone for more than 5 minutes, she'll be in digging it up. So anyway, somber wee day on the farm. So we're a wee bit sad about it, especially Natasha. She's a sensitive soul, aren't you?
Maybe.
You're upset about your sheep?
Yeah.
Does that mean we can't get any sheep anymore?
Need to wait.
Need to wait.
Until everything is stabilized.
Well, we need to wait, but you can see the sad sheep here. Normally, you know, normally they're not in here or lying down, but they seem tired and upset. Fingers crossed these two are okay. I really hope so. It's sad. But this is life. The one thing, well, I'm sounding like a philosopher here. The one thing that's true about life, as we know it, is that no one gets out alive at the end. So death comes to us all.
Did you tell about Barry?
Oh, no, you can tell them about Barry.
No, I don't want to. I'm a sensitive soul. Barry didn't come home.
And what do we think happened to Barry?
Roka.
A roca?
Roka.
A fox. I think the fox got one of the chickens. Because one of the chickens
Was good in the flesh, therefore his name.
Yeah.
Her name. Very white.
was a big fatty, but was always adventuring too far and always escaping. So it seems that it's escaped. And the fox has got it, innit? The fox got your sister.
Right,
Yes.
Corona? Yeah. We don't know where Barry is, but we think it's there.
The perils of living on a farm. Don't know if you can see away in the distance, out in the street there. Just right here. That thing in the sky at the other side of the house that looks like a UFO. It's actually a big stork nest, which is rather cool. Storky, storky. Storks are gone for the year away to Africa, but hopefully they come back and use it again, and we'll be able to watch the storks in their nest from the garden, which would be pretty cool. Alright, signing out for now. I've only got an hour of light because it's halfway through November, so I'm going to try and clear up some of this felon mess. We're cutting the trees back because, you know, this garden was just getting zero light. I'm going to need to take a lot of this off and a lot of this so that, you know, we're getting some nice light and some air into the garden, and get rid of some of this bloody ivy that is just everywhere. It's taken over everything. Anyway, peace out for now. Catch you later. Adios.